Oh my God! The girl was horrified to discover a Bengal tiger had somehow broken into her house. She was so terrified she barely dared to breathe, slowly backing away before slipping into the bedroom and locking the door behind her. She thought about escaping through the window, only to find it had been tightly boarded up with wooden planks. There was no way to pry them loose. What was she supposed to do now? She wanted to call the police, but her phone was downstairs in the laundry room. She carefully peered through the door crack to make sure the tiger hadn't come upstairs. Then, as quietly as possible, she tiptoed downstairs. Fortunately, the tiger wasn't there. She rushed into the laundry room, grabbed her phone, and tried to call for help, but the call wouldn't go through. She couldn't wait any longer. Her brother was somewhere else in the house. She softly called his name, but even her whispered calls caught the tiger's attention. She tried to escape through the back door, only to discover it had also been boarded up. Frustrated, she kicked at the door, and the tiger heard the noise and came running toward the back of the house. She quickly hid back in the laundry room and noticed a gap in the window. She grabbed an iron and started hammering at the wooden boards, but the tiger spotted her. Just as the door was about to give way under the tiger's assault, she found a trash can, stood on her tiptoes, and tried to climb into the ventilation duct. After several attempts, she finally squeezed through just before the tiger could catch her. Terrified out of her mind, she braced her feet against the inside walls of the duct and supported herself with her arms to keep from sliding down. This Bengal tiger had been starving for 3 straight days and nights. Suddenly, the police called, but she couldn't possibly answer. The furious tiger crushed her phone with its claws. Her strength was rapidly fading, and despite trying desperately to climb higher, she began sliding down. Eventually, her sweat dripped down, and the tiger caught her scent. The tiger roared and lunged at her. When people are pushed to their absolute limit, they can find incredible strength. She used every ounce of energy she had and barely managed to crawl out of the ventilation duct. Exhausted and gasping for breath, she felt relief when she saw her autistic brother. She brought him back to the bedroom, hoping to get help online, but the internet was down. The tiger was right behind them, so she sprayed perfume on the floor and hid under the bed with her brother. The tiger burst in, but thankfully the strong perfume scent drove it away. Before long, the tiger disappeared, and she looked around in terror. Suddenly, the tiger thrust its sharp claws under the bed, trying to grab them. It flipped over the mattress, and if the mattress hadn't blocked the tiger's path, the siblings would have been torn to shreds. The sister grabbed her brother, and they fled together into the kitchen. She stuffed sleeping pills into meat, rolled it into meatballs, and threw them on the floor. But the greedy tiger devoured all the meatballs and didn't fall asleep at all. While the tiger was distracted, the sister and brother hid in a closet. The tiger followed their scent and quickly found them both. The tiger, starving for 3 days and nights, bared its razor-sharp fangs. Just as the girl and her brother were about to become the tiger's dinner, she desperately broke through the wall behind them and pushed her brother through the hole. But when she tried to climb out herself, the tiger clawed her leg. Luckily, the hole was too small for the tiger to get through. It let out an angry roar at the little boy, and just as the boy was about to be mauled by the tiger, his sister struck the tiger's head hard with an iron rod and pulled her brother to safety. They hid in the study, barricading the door with a desk while she bandaged her wound. Just then, she accidentally discovered an insurance policy. She and her brother were the insured parties, but the beneficiary was their stepfather. Finally, everything became crystal clear. This entire nightmare had been their stepfather's scheme. The day before, her stepfather had lied about an approaching typhoon. He hired people to board up all the exits to the house. Then, while the children were fast asleep, he released a starving tiger into their home. The stepfather wanted the tiger to kill both children so he could collect the massive insurance payout. The furious girl found a hidden gun in the study. She swore she would protect her brother no matter what, and so her final showdown with the tiger was about to begin.